Did you guys see this disastrous interview that Joe Biden did with 60 Minutes? He managed to say that the U.S. would go to war with China over Taiwan. It was immediately walked back. He said the COVID pandemic was over. It was immediately walked back. The COVID pandemic is over, by the way, and it's been over for anyone with a functional brain who actually looked at the data by, at the latest, the summer of 2020. My family has been living completely normally since April of 2020. I feel sorry for all of these people out there who gave up years of their life to COVID. We've been flying on airplanes since May of 2020. We traveled in April of 2020 down to the beach and hung out there for a month in Florida. My family has lived no different since April or May of 2020 because I looked at all the data, sat down with my kids, said we weren't in danger, we were going to be fine. And as a result, I don't really feel like my life is any different today than it has been in the past. There's about 30% of the American public that had their brains broken by COVID. They don't know how to analyze risk, and they're furious right now at Joe Biden for saying that COVID is over. The president was right. COVID is over, but he can't convince his own party that that's true. Plus, he's still using emergency powers associated with COVID to try to cancel out potentially $1 trillion in student loan debt, to try and get OSHA to extend, although it was struck down, the CDC eviction moratorium, to try to mandate that everybody in America get these COVID shots, even though they didn't work. All of this is failure. Biden also couldn't answer whether he's going to run again in 2024. I think we're going to see a red wave. I still believe it is going to happen. 49 days out, I think Democrats are going to lose Senate races in Nevada, in Arizona, and in Georgia. I think Republicans pick up those three. And I believe Ron Johnson's going to win in Wisconsin, and Dr. Oz is going to win in Pennsylvania. So my prediction right now is that Republicans are going to have 53 Senate seats at least. I also think Washington is a state to pay attention to. Colorado in the Senate is worth paying attention to. And certainly New Hampshire is a state that is worth paying attention to as we see exactly how things may break down. Kari Lake is going to win in Arizona in a highly contested race that is also worth paying attention to. Joe Biden also said that inflation was not that big of a deal, managing to sound so utterly tone deaf that it was disastrous for his policies. And he also wasn't able to even defend that his cognitive functions continue to work because, frankly, sadly, they don't. All of that from one 60 Minutes interview, which wasn't even live and was his first sit-down interview in 7 months. And they had cleanups everywhere. I've said it. I'll continue to say it. The more Joe Biden talks, the better it is for Republican chances in November.